Howdy, everyone. Today I want to go over a couple of my replays and just kind of see what I'm doing right, see what I'm doing wrong. This will hopefully be able to help some people out there struggling in ranked, as it'll allow me to kind of demonstrate some mistakes that are being made, all while also watching my own gameplay and improving myself. So anyway, let's get into it. I have two games here. I just played these games. I believe these are the people that I'm playing against and with. So this is around a 16 to 1700 lobby. I think that's around like GC2. I'm not really sure about the ranks. Season kind of just started a couple days ago, so it's fairly high up in the ranks right now. Let's take a gander. So I'm just going to be watching as I go here, stopping and pausing and rewinding, just kind of going through some things I do decent, some things I do poorly. So this first goal is just kind of a kickoff goal. I'm not really going to cover that. Dude just didn't go for it. Next here, I'm going to go for boost, because I assume my other teammate's cheating up. Waiting for a touch. Now I see this is a free ball. Now, I actually probably don't make the best play here. My initial intention here was to go for a backboard read. Just hit it really hard and try to follow it. And I do so fairly successfully. I'm not sure if I would have hit that or not, but because the defendant was on the backboard, he was able to save it. So I'm just going to rotate out as best I can, trying to avoid rotating ball side. Kind of end up doing, but it works out. My teammate gets the back boost, so I just rotate around, get this one, and now I have a free touch here. Hit it to my teammate because I see him up there. He goes up, easily beating the opponent, and hits it down to me, and then I go for a shot, which probably would have been a goal if there was no defender, but again, he read it pretty good, so he saved it. Next, I'm just going to kind of play safe, go back, wait for a touch. Now this is probably the first big mistake I made of the game, and I'm pretty sure it results in a goal. So I don't control it, I just bang it to the corner, gives my teammate a really hard spot, and then, yeah, just can't save it. So instead of right here backflipping like I do, I should probably try to wait for the ball to roll and catch it or roll it up the wall rather than flick it into this corner. As you see, that just gives it right to him, and bada bing, bada boom, they score. Oh well, it's a mistake we learn. Alright, moving on to the next goal. Just going to cheat up. I assume my teammate's going for boost. Get the mid, wait for my teammate here. Now my intention there was to slot it bottom right. Because I see he jumps here, so I'm trying to hit it low and right. He blocks it, that's fine. I go backboard as an option. But as soon as I see that, my teammate has it over all of them. So you see that's the last right there, or there's one more in net. So he goes, he misses, as right here. I'm like, I could try to hit this ball, but I already know it's going in, so I just leave it, and that's a goal. Sometimes doing nothing is the best thing to do. Go off here again. Pretty straightforward. Just gonna wait this side since I see my other teammate going back. That ball is way too far forward for me to touch. Like, obviously the opponent's hitting this before me, so I just leave it. Actually, I guess I don't leave it. I kind of go for it. I think I go for a demo or something. It just doesn't work. Pretty bad, honestly. But it works out. Get back in time, still with a good amount of boost. And just wait for whatever's going to happen. There again, I should have controlled that. I should have dribbled it. And it actually results in a goal again. So this is, I get scored on 2 times in almost the exact same way this game, which is probably a really telling sign that I need to learn how to control the ball in these corners rather than just give it away. Controlling the ball in defense's last man in threes is very important. You can see on last man here. Do not control it, and it results in a goal. But it's alright. It's tied up still. Let's see how the game progresses. So now I'm trying to take it slow. I realized I need to control the ball a bit more. Probably shouldn't have dribbled it that way, but it happens. I don't even know what happened here. Let me go back a second and watch this. Not really sure if I should have went up for this. I think I do, just because otherwise he kind of has a free shot. I know if I get close to this ball, it at least blocks a potential shot, since one of my teammates is over there in Narnia, and the other one is probably low boost behind me. So I'm going to at least block this shot that this guy could probably hit. End up demoing him. I think he missed as well. And now this is a pretty bad rotate for me here. So this is a good challenge. That's fine. But right here, I rotate into the wall for some reason. I think I was expecting a pass or hoping for a pass. I should have just rotated midfield and took a wide rotation. But kind of okay. See, this is just really awkward here now, and we could score down. Probably again because of my rotation here. I'm bundling up with them. If I would just rotate, gonna go none here. So if I would have just went over here, back here, would have been way better than where I am now. How do I get back to the player? There we go. So you see it gets really awkward. I'm kind of out of position. Teammate has to kind of throw himself. I'm not in position, and they just get a free goal. So now we're down, but there's plenty of time to come back. So I could have played greedy there and went for the mid boost, but I figured it would be smart to get the back one instead, play net, and it turns out that was a smart decision because they would have scored that. Kind of just playing super passive here until I need to go. I acknowledge that my teammate has nothing there, so I push up where he was not. Okay, I'm just going to keep playing passive. My teammate just completely rams into me. I don't know. I guess I did not see him rotating back there. Fair enough. But I'm just going to keep putting pressure on. Make them flick it away. And now I'm going to go for a bump. At least annoy him. Kind of works out. Teammates, I don't know what's happening with the boost back here. It's just getting robbed from me. But notice how I adapt, right? Like I go for that boost and miss it. That opponent takes that boost and I'm like, okay, I'm just not going to waste my boost by boosting to each pad. I'm just going to save it, try to keep a bit of speed up and just drive from pad to pad, waiting for an opportunity, and one arises. Just kind of put myself in a good position, save my boost. I mean, you can see I went from here, like 5 seconds later, having like full boost essentially. Just because I don't waste it, I drive around the pads efficiently, put myself in a good position, and it works out. So you really don't, if you're getting your boost stolen, just grab pads and don't waste your boost. Try to keep a good position. Not much to really say here. That was just decent. I try to hit this mid for him. This, to be honest, could have been a pretty dangerous situation. I just really had faith that he was going to be there, and he was, and it works. So, can't complain about that. Not even worth going for that since I have low boost. Just going to leave. Now I have full boost and a free clear. We're up a goal. 2 minutes left, so gonna probably play a bit more passive, even though I just chucked myself at the ball for absolutely no reason. Happens. There, again, just going up for a block. I knew I didn't have a good touch, but have to go up and try to block a shot. Now again, we're just gonna grab pads. The reason I spent boost there is because I knew I was gonna get the mid. Didn't need to save the pads. You can see I'm going to rotate wide here. I learned from my previous mistake. Now we have most of the net covered. I'm just going to go for this. Block a shot. He misses it. Teammate should have a free touch here. It's a little awkward, but as soon as I see my teammate rotate out here, I'm grabbing pads, right, trying to take a wide rotation, and then I'm like, all right, he left, he abandoned me. I have to save my boost, play it slow, and I end up getting a decent clear, but even if I didn't, I wasted enough time that my teammate was able to get back. So you're playing passive like this, not jumping all over the field. You don't need to flip all over the field. Really bad touch for me there, but because of my lack of just flipping everywhere, just driving, I'm able to at least get a touch here. It was really bad, but I had full boost and I had a good opportunity there. Really bad rotation following that immediately by me. You can see we're kind of jumping all over the place here, but what am I doing? Like, what is this? This is the worst rotation I've seen all day. I just flip. I literally, everything I just said, you can chuck out a window now because I immediately have zero boost. I'm flipping into the play, probably going to bump my teammate. I should have just been rotating back mid, grabbing pads like I did previously. So now I'm out of position. I have low boost. Honestly, should have been a goal, but my teammate's goated, so we're fine. But notice how, like, I realized my mistake right away. I don't dwell on it. I just save pads, play safe. I'm not going to linger on the net here. I'm going to get off. I realize I'm last. And it lets me get another touch here, get full boost. And, again, not a really great touch for me, but kind of preventing them from taking shots. Here, my intention was to leave it for my teammate because I thought he was behind me. I realized he wasn't, so I immediately turned. So again, keep not letting them have aggressive amounts of pressure. That's kind of the big thing I'm going for here. Gonna take this boost line back until I get to turn. Now we're just gonna kind of chill. I'm gonna go for a touch here just to try to be a nuisance. There's 7 seconds left, so just don't want him to have a clear over our net, and that'll be the game. So that's gonna be game 1. I'll probably do one more in this recording, and then we will end it up. So I'll catch you guys in a minute. Alrighty, we're back for game 2. Again, this game was played right after the first one, so should be good. Was playing pretty decent. A few mistakes. Let's see if I can continue the side rotations. You know, should I even address this? Like, everyone has their different opinions on who goes for ball here, or who goes for what here. Obviously, this guy's going for kickoff. In this position, I always say this guy goes for the boost, like that boost, and this guy cheats up. And the reason I say that is he gets an extra pad here. He gets this pad, and then if he's not wasting it, he has 2 pads, and he can chill right here with, 2 pads, and that's like 50 boost at that point. I have 33. I could get 1 pad and be here. The time that it takes me to get here versus the time that it takes him from here to get here is not significant on the kickoff. So I always say this guy gets more boost on these 2 pads. I can just go get the big one. That's my logic behind it. Very rarely, and if the timing is really that important, like if you're really trying to get to that ball fast as this guy, and you're zooming up to here, 9 times out of 10 that ball is going to go over your head and you're going to get scored on. So you don't really want to cheat up that far. I only cheat up like up to here, I think, usually. Anyway, so that's how I play it. Everyone's going to play it differently. I don't care if it's altered. The only thing I will say is if you're in this position, I can't see this dude. I don't know what he's doing. So I'm going to do my thing, and in my opinion, he made a mistake here by not looking at what I was doing. I didn't know he was even going for it until like this point, I think, or whenever I see him here. Let's see. When did I know he was going for it? So I make my play, and there. And like at this point, we're both committed. He didn't wait and see what he was doing, and now like he gets the boost. I'm heavily out of position. It works out, thankfully. Like everything's fine, but could have not. So that's my little 2 cents on that. Feel free to disagree. Let me know what you guys do in the comments. I think most people do it the opposite way, but to me it just doesn't make sense. We get a goal here somehow. I think they just own gold. Is what it is. We're lucky. That's all there is to say. Or just goated. So I see him miss this. I'm like, awesome. Gonna pass it to a teammate. Can't follow that, but is what it is. I'm just gonna leave now. Don't have any shot. Okay, so my intention here was, I'm like, okay, the ball's coming right behind me. I'm rotating ball side. No. Like, I didn't know I was going to rotate ball side, but now I am. So I panicked and immediately turned in like, oh, I shouldn't rotate this side. Well, because my teammate was right there, this was not a smart decision. I should have just taken the side boost or even just skipped it and stayed on the sidewall and gotten back. Because I turned in, it probably threw my teammate off, and I don't think it resulted in anything bad, but was definitely not the play. Okay, kind of check myself with that. Get done mode. This Yokes dude is insane. Saving everything. It's really cool. I'm gonna boost here. Wait for it to pass. Nothing happens. So we're just chilling. Now I'm gonna pass it to my teammate again. I could maybe control this, but that dude right there, I was worried he would demo me, and then this other dude's pushing on me fast. I see my teammate. It's a free pass. No reason not to pass that. It doesn't result in a goal, but honestly, like, that doesn't matter. It was a good opportunity. I'm gonna rotate back net. Wait for my teammate. He misses, so I save it. No biggie. That's why we position ourselves. And we're just gonna chill. They got nothing, so I'm just gonna chill backboard for a second. We're good, grabbing pads, getting up. I beat him now that I have a good position. And because Yokes was going for bumps, I get a go. So literally just grabbing pads and waiting for a good opportunity and then just putting it on net. That's all it takes. Get absolutely dusted there. Let's see what I did wrong. So I had boost. I think I really just made this decision late and I was a little far away. I was playing kind of far back because I just like to play safe. I'm technically the last man here. So I'm gonna play it a little further back in case it somehow pinches bad. At this point I'm like, okay, Yokes should be back. I just saw him rotate, so I can probably at least go for this because I know no matter how he hits this ball right here, like even if he beats me here, it's not going in our net. There's no way he hits this in our net, so I feel comfortable going for this because either way, it's not going to be a goal, and Yokes is going to be back. Yeah. He dusts me. It happens, but we recover. Get back. Just going to get to net here. No reason to push out. Get a good little dunk. Again, just throwing myself here, but I get the boost. Kind of turns out. Trying to put the pressure on them so they don't have a free dribble down the net or down the field. We're just going to play passive. We're up 2 goals. No real reason to push on this. Now, this is admittedly a little bit passive here in this situation. You know, I'm behind Yokes' second man here. I expect my teammate to be kind of midfield. So when I see this cross, I'm like, I don't really want to chase that because I'd have to put so much boost into going horizontal. I just leave it for my team. He's a little far back, but it's still not worth me cutting him off here. I can save boost and save our positioning, even if they have a couple free touches. So this is a little unfortunate. I just play patient here, wait for the bump, get a pop over one, and then I was going to go for a fake here, or flick it right side of the net, but the other dude like bumps me. I'll watch that one more time. So it launches the ball forward. Oh well, kind of funny. Going for demos here. Clear him out. So now there's really no threat on the net. Just gonna wait for a touch. He gets it, and that kind of I should have. Well, let me rewatch that. Might have been smarter to try to control this rather than just hit it, but he was also pretty close to it, so it does result in a goal. The fact that I just hit it out. If I tried to control it, it may not have resulted in a goal, but again, one of those mistakes that it's kind of difficult. You have to make a decision there. Basic kickoff stuff. Okay, so at this point, I've gotten demoed like 3 or 4 times, I think. And I should be watching for this. Especially after I think I just hear a demo on kickoff or something. Yeah, I hear a demo, like, I know they're demoing. I should be watching for this, and this is honestly on me. Obviously, this isn't like a terrible situation where we get scored on from it, I don't think, but I should definitely be watching for this, and I should not get demoed here. There's no reason to. So if you know they're playing a little bit heavy, demo heavy, just try to watch for it a bit more and be more careful, especially when they're on your side of the field. So this was kind of another good example of like knowing when to save your boost, right? Like I go for this boost back here. Like I see him, he's going to beat me to this. There's no chance I beat him. So I don't even go. I just turn around. Admittedly, I probably could have turned a little faster, but so be it. I go for our boost. He's already zooming there. He gets it. But I realize this and I'm like, okay, I have 25 boost. I could try to use like this 25 boost and chase him and demo him, but I'm probably not going to get to him realistically. So I just save the boost, grab 2 pads, and now I'm at 3 pads. There you go. I'm at half boost, and I have a decent position mid again. Now that dude goes for a demo. I'm kind of, I don't know what I was doing there, but it happens. And then go for a block. But the only reason I can go for that is because I was able to save some boost. Like that happens, I bump him. See, I'm just conserving my boost. I don't need to waste it to bump him harder. And now I get probably a free save there, or at least a clear. Really just conserving the boost pads, it's huge. So typically since I was playing a bit more passive, I probably usually wouldn't push this hard up. But the reason I did is because I knew my teammate was back, and I saw that, I mean, I know he's been playing pretty well. So I'm like, you know what, I'm going to go for a shot here. I know I can see him kind of going up behind the ball here. I'm like, he's probably going to hit this down. So I push a little closer. He does hit it down, and I was able to be there for a shot. We're just going to ignore that. I think I went for a bump because I missed the, did I cheat up too far here actually? Let's look at that. So it just kind of gets pinched over me. This is what I mean by cheating too far up here. Like, I'm way too far up here. Realistically, I'd probably be a couple cars back. Would have been able to hit that ball, but because I was too far up, I decided to do something different and try to bump them. They didn't go, they waited, and they got to go for it. Definitely could have controlled that a little better. But I tried to take it slow. I tried to have control rather than just banging it. That's kind of just awkward, but it happens. I'm not sure if I could have gotten to this if I was a little faster. If I would have flipped right towards the wall, I probably could have, but it is what it is. Yokes is doing a good job of just kind of carrying it out. I was a bit too close, pushed up here, and I wasted some boost going for a forward momentum. If I didn't waste this like 12 boost like right here, I'd be moving a little bit slower, which typically is a bad thing, but in this case it would have been a lot better, and I would have had more boost to go. So I would have been further back, and I would have had more boost, and I easily could have hit that. But because I kind of tried to cheat forward a bit further, I ended up getting punished for it. Missing the ball. This was probably not a great touch. I tried to hit it down to my teammate there. Because I saw that dude rushing, so I'm like, I have to go for this. Probably really didn't have to go for it. But it was just a bit of panic for me, so I tried to release it to my teammate. He kind of misses, and it was hard for him. And then it just kind of ends up in their hands. Thankfully, they just give it away again. And I have terrible control, so I end up just popping it up and giving it to them again. But we're kind of doing fine here. 10 seconds left. Just going to play super safe here. Just going to wait. Fake that. No reason to go. Grab some pads. And it drops. And that's GG. So I hope I was able to provide some benefit to everyone. I know going over my own replays is something I always struggle with. So I hope that doing this series kind of allows me to improve my own replay coverage. If you guys have any questions or any tips or advice for improvement, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to try to do a few more of these coming up here just because I think it'll help get me in a good consistent habit of watching my replays, and it also helps anyone else that might be stuck at this rank or a lower rank improve. So thank you guys, have a good day, and I'll catch you later. See ya.